Welcome to Body Sculpt of New York 6 Weeks to Fitness podcast, where we hope to inform, motivate, encourage, and inspire you towards living a healthier lifestyle. And now, here's your host, the president of Body Sculpt of New York, Vince Ferguson.
Hi, welcome to 6 Weeks to Fitness, episode 211. Thank you so much for joining me today. And it's just you and I, no special guests, we're flying solo. But we want to talk about a very important topic, and that is weight loss. If you wanted to lose 10 pounds in 30 days without dieting, what would you do? What would you do? What steps would you take? And that's what we're going to talk about today. What steps to take if you want to lose 10 pounds in 30 days without dieting. Is that okay? Great. So the first step I would take is I wouldn't eat 3 to 4 hours before going to bed. It's a fact that it takes a few hours for your food to properly digest. And it's also a fact that when you're sitting up, it's easier for your food to travel from your throat down to your stomach. But if you're lying on your back, it's harder for it to travel down. And that's why sometimes the food has a tendency of coming back up when you're in a prone position and you start feeling what's called acid reflux. Not a good feeling. See, when you're sleeping, you're supposed to be relaxing. Your body is rejuvenating, from the previous day's activities. Your body doesn't need to try to work hard while you're in a rested state. That leads to problems. That's why you must allow enough time for the food to digest before you lie down. Also, if you're trying to sleep and your body's trying to digest the food, a lot of times it's just going to store the food as fat. And you're going to wake up the next day feeling sluggish, tired. You know the feeling. Sometimes you just feel like you didn't get enough sleep because your body was working. Your body was working trying to digest the food when it should have just been relaxing and recovering from the previous day's work. So the first step would be, for me, is to not eat 3 to 4 hours before going to bed. That would be step number 1. Step number 2. The second step would be to have my first meal of the day around 12 noon the next day. And I say 12. It could be 11, it could be 12, but it wouldn't be as soon as I wake up in the morning. And you may ask, well, what about breakfast? Because isn't breakfast supposed to be the most important meal of the day? Well, I was told that growing up. I was told that, and I was telling people that's the same. I was telling people recently as 2 or 3 years ago, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I didn't know better. I didn't do any research. I was just repeating what I was told. And it wasn't until I interviewed Dr. Ashley Lucas from PhD Weight Loss, and she shared with me that the person who started that rumor, his name was John Harvey Kellogg from the Kellogg Food Company. He started that rumor because he wanted to sell more cereal. So of course, now everyone repeats, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So I'm saying that to say this. You don't have to eat breakfast first thing in the morning. Breakfast is just basically breaking the fast. Break fast. Whatever time you decide to eat the next day is when you're breaking the fast. Your breaking the fast could be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's the second step that I would take. I would not eat until maybe around 12 in the afternoon. This again allows me to even more time for the food to digest, right? And you see, when you don't eat, your insulin levels remain low. Insulin is a hormone that rises every time you eat. It's that hormone that actually stores fat in your body. So when you don't eat, the insulin levels remain low, which would allow you to burn stored fat. In other words, your body will eat its own fat for fuel or energy. And let me just put it this way. We know that you get hungry throughout the course of the day. And if your body craves food and you don't feed it, it's still going to eat. It's going to eat the stored fat on your body. It'll get it from somewhere, and it usually gets it from your midsection. So that's why something like intermittent fasting is so powerful, because when you fast, a lot of times the first place you're going to lose the fat is your gut, and that's a fact. So that's the second thing that I would do. Again, the first thing I would do is not eat 3 to 4 hours before going to bed. And the second thing I would do is make my first meal of the day around 12 noon, which will allow my insulin levels to stay low, and it will also allow me to continue burning calories and allow my body to actually feed off the fat that I have. And most of us have enough fat to last us a few years. Okay, so don't worry about that. The next thing, number 3, the next thing I would do if I wanted to lose 10 pounds in 30 days without dieting, I would work out on an empty stomach 5 days a week. Drinking only water, tea, maybe some black coffee if I was a coffee drinker. Again, not putting any sugar in there, no cream. You don't want to put any calories in your drink while you're fasting, while you're not eating. Now you may ask yourself, will I have the energy to work out on an empty stomach? And the answer to that question is, it depends on the person, but the good news is, I'm not asking you to do an intense workout. I'm talking low to moderate exercise. It could be something as simple as walking for 30 minutes. It could be jogging. Something as simple as that. But I would also recommend weight training twice per week. Why? Well, when your insulin levels are low, there's another hormone called growth hormone, human growth hormones. And that hormone rises. And that hormone is responsible for helping you build lean muscle. It helps you to burn fat more efficiently, and lean muscle takes up less space than fat. So as you are building lean muscle, you're burning more calories, and you're losing inches, especially around the waist. So these are the 3 steps that I would do if I wanted to lose 10 pounds in 30 days without dieting. But then there's one more step that I would take. And this step is not lesser or greater than the others. It's equally important. And that is, I would stay away from negativity and negative people. Negativity is an energy drain, and negative people will tell you you can't do it. It's too hard. That's not healthy. Just remember that misery loves company. The last thing negative people want to see is their friends doing better than them. You are about to embark on a positive, life-changing journey. And this journey demands that you stay positive, you stay committed, and that you believe in yourself that all things are possible, and you can lose the weight if you take the necessary steps. Stay away from Debbie Downers, people who will suck your energy like vampires, sucking blood out of you. Stay away from them. And if you do that, you're going to find that you can do whatever you want. You can accomplish all of your goals. And I'm here to tell you, 10 pounds in 30 days, it's not a big deal. You can do this. You can do it. Remember my 4 steps. These 4 steps will help you. It has helped hundreds of people before you to accomplish their goals, and it can do the same for you. But there you have it. The 4 things that I would do if I wanted to lose 10 pounds in 30 days without dieting. I'm not depriving myself of any food. I'm just limiting the amount of time I have to consume the food or the snacks. Of course, if I chose to eat more healthy, I would lose more weight than 10 pounds. If I cut out the refined carbs, sodas, and processed foods. You'd be surprised how many pounds you can lose, or how many inches off the waist. If you did that, you would most probably lose more pounds in 30 days, but I wanted you to just see how relatively simple it is to lose weight, especially around the midsection, just by including my 4 steps. Now, what about you? What would you do to lose 10 pounds in 30 days without dieting? Did these tips help you? Did these tips help you to rethink your plan and realize that you can do this? Even if you didn't do all 4, you did 3. What 3 would you choose? You can do this. Now, if you want more information on this topic, I would suggest reading my ebook, 6 Weeks to a Flatter Stomach, which is based on my very popular 6 Weeks to Fitness programs. It comes with a 6-week meal plan, a 6-week abdominal routine, a 6-week exercise routine, videos from my previous programs, and a 6-week money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose, and a whole world of health to gain. So I hope you enjoyed this time that we spent together, and please don't hesitate to comment, like, share this video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And remember, we don't stop exercising because we grow old. We grow old because we stop exercising. Peace.